If it's one thing that the horror genre is good at, it's churning out remakes like it's nobody's business. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another Weird Wednesday video. So I have gotten a suggestion to do kind of some like top favorites videos. So I heard you. I'm gonna do some top 8, not like top, like, you know what I mean, like top 10, top something having to do in the horror genre, which is a great idea. So thank you for your suggestion. And today I thought I would do kind of just like my top 3 favorite horror movie remakes and and my 3 least favorite horror movie remakes. I guess I will start with my favorite horror movie remakes. Number 3 is the My Bloody Valentine remake. Judge me if you want, I guess. It was the first one I saw, actually. I think it came out in 2007 or 2009, something like that. So that was the first one I saw just because it came out around when I was able to go see horror movies and stuff like that. I was and am a big Supernatural fan, and Jensen Ackles was in it, so of course I was gonna go see this movie. That's basically why it made it on my list, is because I love me some Jensen, and he's the main character in it, and he turns out to be the baddie, which was kind of hot, I'm not gonna lie. And it was in 3D, which of course I saw it in 3D. Like, are you kidding me? My God, I love the gags with the throwing the pickaxe and it comes out of you at the screen. It's awesome. Number 2 is the Dawn of the Dead remake. Again, I saw this one first before I saw the original, just because based on when it came out. I happened to see this one first. And the reason why this one made it on the list is because of, well, I do like the characters, like the casting. I do really like the casting. I kind of get into all the characters. Like I feel strongly about them. Even if I strongly dislike a character, I still feel something for each character, which I really enjoy. And it mostly made it on the list because of a certain cover of Down with the Sickness, which is amazing. I think the artist who did the cover, like, his name is Richard Cheese, I think, but go look it up if you can't remember that song, because it's like, I'm not gonna even describe it, I'm just gonna like let you go listen to it because it's amazing. And my number 1 favorite horror movie remake is actually Evil Dead. Now this is one of the ones because Evil Dead came out pretty recently. I think it was like 2011 or 12, maybe 2013, might have been 2013. But I did see the original first before I saw this one. But what I really liked is because, I mean, if you've seen the original Evil Dead, it's very kooky, I guess is the best word to describe it. I don't know, like, it's kooky. Like, kooky is a good word. It's like kooky and over the top. Over the top is a very good word for that movie. And just crazy. Like, it moves really fast, and it's just all over the place. It's all over the place. In a good way. I do love the original. But the remake, I kind of like that it's taking itself seriously, like a little more serious and a little darker, but there's still a lot of excess. Like, I think I read somewhere that like 70,000 gallons of fake blood were used for the entire film, and like 50,000 of it was in the like final scene alone, where it's like literally raining blood from the sky. I think that's why that made it into my favorite remakes, because just the amount of blood that was used, because it's almost just like a nod to the original, just like ridiculous excess of gore and violence and blood. Moving on to my 3 least favorite horror movie remakes, which is actually hard to pick from because there are a lot of bad remakes out there. There are good remakes, and then there are the ones that just flop. They fall short. They just don't hold up to the original. So number 3 and this is kind of a plug for my Sunday video, is Poltergeist. I just saw, yesterday actually, I just saw the Poltergeist remake, and I'm not gonna say too much why I didn't like it because this is gonna give you an incentive to watch my Sunday video. I will just say it is basically a copy of the first movie, basically, and didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't they saying that it's not a remake? Wasn't it not supposed to be a remake? Because really the only thing they changed was the names of the family members, and it's in the 21st century. Second least favorite horror movie remake is Prom Night. This is the remake. It has Brittany Snow in it in Prom Night, and I don't know, it's just really bad. Like, it's just one of those kind of like mainstream horror movies where it's just like, let's throw some good looking actors in there. Like, the scary scenes are just, they're boring. It's not gory. It's not, like, that should be way scarier. Like, if you think about like an old teacher who's like obsessed with you, like stalking you, that should be scary, right? It's not scary at all. I think that's the main reason why it made it on my list, just because it was just so utterly boring. And my number one least favorite horror movie remake I've ever seen is A Nightmare on Elm Street. I can see why you would want to remake that, because the Nightmare franchise is just so huge, and Freddy is basically his own celebrity, like just in his own right. He is a pop star almost. And so I could see why you'd want to remake it, but I feel like I'm almost biased just because Robert Englund is not Freddy. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the main reason why it's just like my least favorite remake. It's just because Freddy is just like, Robert Englund is Freddy, and I don't think, just in my opinion, I don't think anybody else could be Freddy. He just puts so much of himself. It's just a part of him and Freddy, you know, and vice versa. You can't do A Nightmare on Elm Street without Robert Englund, in my opinion. It doesn't work for me. Not that Jackie Earle Haley, I think that's the actor's name, but they didn't do a good job per se. It was just too different. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. And especially the makeup job, like they almost like made his nose disappear. It was almost like a cross between Voldemort and Freddy Krueger. And no, it was like Freddy Krueger, Voldemort, and Cher, because like I don't know, maybe he just couldn't move his face that well. Like, it just wasn't expressive. Like, Freddy is very expressive. And I could go on and on about this about this remake. I don't know, maybe should I do a remake versus original on it? Let me know if you would like to see a remake versus original on Nightmare on Elm Street, because I could go on forever about this remake. I did not like it at all. So yeah, those are my 3 favorite horror movie remakes and my 3 least favorite horror movie remakes. Let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite and what your least favorite horror movie remakes are and why. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you would like more of this and more of that. And until next time, stay strange. Bye.